Hi, I'm Sandra Nomoto, and I'm doing this video in an attempt to explain what is being asked of white people by BIPOC. BIPOC is Black, Indigenous, and people of color. I'm a person of color. I can't speak for Black people or Indigenous people, but this is what I have to say. And who I'm talking to specifically in this video are those of you who have posted or are considering posting something along the lines of all lives matter without understanding the consequences of doing that. I'm speaking to friends of people who've posted that and you haven't yet spoken or done anything about that sort of post. I'm also speaking to anybody who thinks that they may not have privilege because of your upbringing or whatever other reason. Lastly, I'm speaking to those white folks who have influence. So those of you who've got tens, hundreds of thousands of followers, or even millions of followers, and you are wondering what you can do right now. So if you take nothing else from this video, I want you to know the quote that was said by Sandra Yancey, who's the CEO of eWomenNetwork and the woman whose photo I've posted at the start of this video. And she says, lift as you climb. If you take nothing else from this video, take this quote, lift as you climb. So in 2015, when I was running my first business, one of my mastermind colleagues at the time, Michela Quilici, was on the leadership team of the Vancouver chapter of eWomenNetwork, which is the networking organization that Sandra Yancey runs. And Michela invited me to join eWomenNetwork because at the time I wanted to learn how I could network more with business owners outside of Vancouver and outside of Canada. And she said, hey, if you join eWomenNetwork, not only will you be able to tap into the database that eWomenNetwork has of business owners outside of Vancouver and Canada, but I will give you some work to do. If you want to be on the marketing team at eWomenNetwork, there was an opportunity to help with that. It was volunteer work. I didn't get paid for it, but she extended that opportunity to me, a person of color. So I said yes. And in 2016, Michela promoted herself from being on the leadership team to actually running the Vancouver chapter and also the leader of the marketing team. I was the only person of color on this 5-female marketing team. Kaare led the strategy, and I got some additional visibility because of that role. In 2016, I also got the opportunities to sit at the table beside Sandra Yancey when she came to the Vancouver Summit and came to speak. And I sat with her maybe for 2 hours. I only got to talk to her for about 5 minutes because, you know, she was talking to everybody else at the table and she was eating and speaking and there just wasn't much time. But in that 5 minutes that I got to sit with her, I felt seen because she was listening to me. We had a conversation, and even the year after, when she came back to Vancouver and I came up to her again to talk to her, she remembered me. That same year, the Vancouver chapter also won the award for Best Social Media and Community Engagement among all of the chapters across North America. And so that was a huge win that was shared by our marketing team that then allowed me to say that I worked for an award-winning agency. And that is something that I was able to offer my future team members, to be able to say that they were working for an award-winning agency. So through my membership at eWomenNetwork, I was not only able to say that I won an award, and that is an opportunity that they gave me, but that was something that I was able to extend to the rest of my future team members and to be able to lift them up. The moral of this story is that as a white person, and even as a privileged person of color like I am, there are opportunities that you have to lift other people as you climb. That's the point. What all the people of color and the Black people and the Black movement are doing right now to make their voices louder, they are not there to drag you down, okay? They don't want to remove you from whatever privileged position you have. We are asking to be lifted up. We are asking for the same equality and the same privilege that has been given to you. And if you don't think that you've been given privilege because maybe you've had a hard upbringing or you believe that you've had to work for everything you have, absolutely, I don't think that is untrue. But if you were born in North America, you did not start at rock bottom. We're all already a few levels up. You know, if you want to call privilege a spectrum, most of us are not born at the top, but we're born somewhere higher than those in the developing world. So if you don't feel you have privilege, I'm here to tell you that you do, even if you don't believe that. So that's what I have to say. Again, remember that quote, lift as you climb. We're here to be lifted up. And I want to thank all the Black people who are fighting for rights, not just for themselves, but for people like me of color. Anyone who's posted anything that is pro-movement, thank you. And if you found this video helpful, please like, comment, share. If you want to post something negative, you know, I would encourage you not to, because that's not the point of this. I'm not going to delete your comment, but at the same time, I'm probably not going to engage back if you're going to see something negative. So engage positively if that's possible. And if you do need some starting resources, maybe you are just wondering what you can do and where to go, DM me. I'm happy to give you some starting resources. I'm not an expert, but I'm on the path myself. So thanks for listening and look forward to engaging with you.